You know, Tamika, as we just stand here with the shadow, as I stand here in the shadow of the trees, I'm reminded of some of the places in our lives that sometimes it's like they're shadows. We can see the sun, and the sun looks like something. We know that he's our sun and our shield, but it's like the sun, even though it's right there, we're peering through a glass and we can't get to the sun because the shadows of our past is still holding on to us. Though the sun, the Psalms tell us that, yea, though you'll walk through the valley of the shadow of death, he says that you can fear no evil because I'm there with you. When I think about fear, when that comes up, the Bible tells us that perfect love casts out all fear. But unless we're willing to allow him and to trust him to walk through the shadows of the darkness, to walk through the shadows of our past, and to break out into acceptance of the sun is everything that we need for everything that's in life. The sun is the promises. The sun is the peace. The sun is the joy and the fullness of the power of a living God as he comes to reside in us. That we can step out of the shadows of our past. We can step out of old memories, and we can come into a place where the past is resolved and no longer having control of us, but we step into a new place. And as we begin to walk with him, then I find that on that Roman road, he was always there. Because remember, he left us the promise, sweetie. He said, lo and behold, I'll be with you always. He said, I will never leave you. And so it's like a walk, like when we walk through the book early in our walk with the Lord, of hinds feet in high places. And as she climbed the mountain, she found that the Savior was always there, the Good Shepherd. He was there at every turn. And when we make a turn and we head toward the light, he's there to move the obstacles out of the way, because he is our light. The light is in the world to make the difference in us. So every time we hit a hard place, every time we hit a dark place, the light of the sun is there to flip the switch, to give us revelation, to give us insight, to give us understanding, to show us how to step out in the sun, how to be light, to step out of insecurity, to step out of rejection and abandonment, to step out of offenses and giving someone else control and power over your life. But when we step into the sun and we know that he is our shield, then it doesn't matter what someone says. It doesn't matter what someone does, because we know that we've got the sun and the shield. He is our protection. We know that he goes for us. He goes before us because he is for us. And in the process of him being for us, we step out and we become radiant like the sun, and we become the carriers of the glory of God, transformed into his image.